You offered to volunteer to help.
We have a lot of play.
That's actually a chunk taken out.
I'm pulling from this car again. I ripped the engine out. Now we're taking part of the rear end out. Leaks a single drop, we know who to blame. So
Wait, what?
if you tell her the code, you can get $5 off. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt and we are getting ready for Pits, guys. Pits is a show called Ponies in the Smokies and it's coming up for me just a week from today. Now by the time this video goes up, I think it's actually gonna be going on and I will be there. So if you're there, definitely stop by. I'm gonna be there Thursday and Friday. I'll be at the Fox Resto booth and you can come say hi if you want. I'm gonna have some merch there as well and I'm gonna have a big banner so you can't miss me. And hopefully, Tarheelfox will be there. Now you'll know by the time this video goes up, but I think it's gonna be there in case you haven't been keeping up with what's been going on. I believe we got a bad rear end. Matt and I are about to take a look at it. We're gonna rebuild the rear end in about 20 minutes here. No, we're not gonna do that. I have a good rear end from my SSP coupe that I rebuilt. I guess, gosh, it was last summer or something. It's been a while. So we're gonna open this one up first, take a look inside. We're pretty sure, we know it has to be rebuilt, but I wanna go ahead and see how bad it is. It's the first step we're gonna do. So let's open it up and take a look. See if we got lots of metal in there to swim around in. I don't know, let's find out. Okay, so I didn't tell you that I was not gonna be doing this by myself, in case you're new to the channel. Got Matt here with me, actually the co-owner. Check that shirt out, this is a vintage one. I love it.
First print.
You don't even sell them anymore, do you?
No, this was a first print from like 14 years ago.
Wow,
13
okay.
years ago.
And we're gonna get it messy today, I love it. Yeah. But anyway, we were just about to pull the diff cover off and Matt suggested we talk about what we're looking for. I think that's a good idea, so let's go ahead and talk about that, Matt.
We know that you have excessive play in your rear end. We know that it got worse very quickly within a month's time period. So I'm expecting we're gonna see a metal slurry in there, and that's just what it sounds like. When we're gonna drain the oil, hopefully we'll have that nice like kind of amber or maybe even a little dark. Used gear fluid will get a little dark, but if it looks like it's got like a metal slurry in it, that's from your bearings and your gears and it needs a full overhaul. Okay. So this is kind of the first, well I guess the second inspection. The first thing that we found was that the pinion was just way too loose.
Yeah.
The backlash between the pinion and the ring gear is just trash.
Yeah, and we did that on a previous video and we did it a couple times and it got way worse the second time. So to open it up, and the good thing is I'm not nervous because I got another rear end ready to go if I need it. So
there you go.
Let's see what it looks like.
You want to do the honors?
Sure. So I'm going to do that on the time-lapse camera. So we're going back to that, and if there's a problem, we'll let you guys know about it. Well, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind for us guys. I actually hurt my back. In case you don't know, I've had some back issues, and so I tweaked it a little bit. If I had that clip, if I caught it on camera, I'll throw it in. Digging in, Matt and I found a few things. One, Matt, we did not see as much metal in here as we expected. We did see some.
Yeah, tiny bit. That's nothing that I'm going to really worry about right now.
We didn't find what we were expecting, and now, Matt, you were able to basically see what the play was in it. And again, it was not the way you're expecting. When you turn this, the axles or spider gears are not forcing the axles to turn like you would expect.
Right. Before we took it apart, the way I was checking it, I was just spinning the pinion, turning the play between the, what I thought was the ring gear and the pinion, which would be the backlash. But when we took it apart, you see, that's the amount of play that I'm feeling in the pinion. If you notice, the ring gear is spinning. So that means the play is not between the pinion and the ring gear. But when we go look in here in the spider gears, but we have a lot of play in the spider gears and oddly enough between the spider gears and the axle shaft. The ring and pinion's turning, but the tires aren't turning.
Yeah.
So the reason the tires, yeah, so the reason the tires aren't turning is because all the play is in these spider gears and also between the spider gears and the axle shaft.
And it's not in the ring and pinion was what we were thinking.
Not in the ring and pinion, and oddly enough, I did go ahead and check the backlash here.
That's why he's got the dial indicator up here, guys. He's checked the backlash on it.
I checked the backlash, and the backlash is supposed to be, the specification is 8 to 15 thousandths of an inch. This is 5, and you've got 20,000 miles already on this ring gear. I'm guessing this thing was set up almost completely tight. Like almost no play in it, because you've, after 20,000 miles of wear, you've only got 5 thousandths of backlash, and that's also why this teeth, the teeth is pretty much shiny all the way from end to end and the full surface, and that's not typical. So this thing has definitely been set up too tight. But good news is, for you to get to the show, it's okay to leave this alone for now. We're just gonna fix this play in here.
Yeah, that's the main thing, is this play here, and it can go out on us and then I'll be stuck on the side of the road and that would not be good. I do remember when I rebuilt the rear end for the SSP, I think we set up our backlash kind of in the middle. I think we want to set around 7 or 8.
I usually try to go probably in the 10 to 12.
So kind of remember that. If you guys watching and you remember what it was, put it down below, but I'm going to check. Wait, what was my backlash on my SSP? You can go find out.
It was more than 5,000.
It was, yeah. It was definitely more than 5. We could do a giveaway, Matt, on that. We find out what it is and then, you know, they guess it right.
What you giving them?
What you guys have? You have peaches on a sticker. Check that out.
Oh, there you go.
Is that your car?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. I like the window tint. You got to get on that, Matt.
Yeah, I do have to do that, though.
Actually, though, anybody that buys anything from you guys will get one of these for free. You're doing a giveaway right now. So, yeah, you get one of these. If you place an order, you get peaches in the car.
Get a free sticker.
Yep. All right, so what we're going to do is we're thinking that we don't have to rebuild the rear end because the ring and pinion's good. We need new spider gears for sure. Yeah. We have to see if our axles are good or not. We still don't know. Got to inspect those. If they're good, then just get some new spider gears to work with the axles.
Exactly.
So we're going to tear that down, get into those, and see what our axles look like. I'll let you guys know. This video is literally evolving before our eyes, as usual.
Hey, it's the way you have.
Yeah. S spring out, spring out.
That's called an S spring.
I think that's why I said S spring out.
Oh, okay.
I was literally saying S spring out.
I thought you just like said that randomly. No. I didn't know you knew it was called an S spring.
Come on, man.
Hey, you are hearing some of the shit I'm saying.
I'm actually learning. Still been grinding on this, guys. Did pull the axles out. Good news there. Did find out the axles are 28 spline axles. Always thought I had 31, but I had 28 spline, which means we can use the spider gears off the SSP because we know that they're 28 spline, so that'll work with our 28 spline axles. So we're gonna pull that out. We're not sure if the Yukon gear axles, which were here on tarheelfox, you can see them right down here. We're not sure. They might have a little bit of play in them. We'll show you guys that if they do, but worst case, I can also reuse my axles off the FHP as well, SSP. So that's what Matt and I are gonna do now. We're gonna jack up the SSP, rip apart the rear end that I put together. Not really, we're just taking basically the spider gears out and the axles out, seeing if we can use those spider gears because mine are definitely bad. Matt and I looked. I'll show you guys that in a second. All right, got her jacked up, boys. Check this out. How do you like our jack stands? Pretty stable. Wheels about ready to come off, axles, get the spider gears, and yeah, I'm pulling from this car again. I got the engine from this car. I mean, Matt and Tiff are right over there. But Matt, you know, I keep pulling parts from this car. I ripped the engine out. Now we're taking part of the rear end out. So
you put it back together a little bit, and
yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. Then it's coming back apart. But we got to go to the show. Got to get ready for the show, and sometimes it's just what you got to do. Got to grab parts available. Yep. You check for me. No one had spider gears in stock. You guys don't sell spider gears either, do you? Anyway, let's get back on it. And Tiff, if you can start sanding over here, just don't, you know. Just kidding. We're not gonna have her sand while we're working on the car. Something happened, guys. Something happened that hasn't happened on the channel for a long time. Finally broke a glove. Again. Finally broke my glove. But anyway, more importantly, axles out. The axles really don't matter. Just kind of took it out. But really, we got the spider gears out. These are my new spider gears that I just put in the SSP. And new clutch packs. And Matt actually found something interesting. Check these out. These are the clutch packs that just came out of my rear end in tarheelfox. And look at the tabs on them. And look at the tabs here on the clutch packs we installed in the SSP. Got square versus, I don't know, this is circular. What you call that?
Rounded.
Rounded, there we go. Thanks, Matt's coming in clutch. Matt, you're coming in clutch packs. Anyway, yeah, you're telling me you think this is the factory style in the aftermarket?
Yeah, the square is definitely the factory style, and then a little bit after Foxbody production, Ford went to the rounded tips.
Okay.
So it's one way to tell the difference between a real early or mostly a factory clutch pack compared to one that's been replaced. This isn't even aftermarket. That's a Ford clutch pack.
Oh, it is Ford. Okay.
It is Ford.
I forgot we got Ford stuff.
Changed it. Yeah.
I should have thought, what are we going to use here before?
I mean, I only want to do the job once.
Yeah, but I feel like I've just done it twice. Oh, it's not quite related.
Not really.
The big thing though is because these were original means whenever they did my spider gears a long time ago, and I had this rear end rebuilt. The 373s put in like.
Well, they didn't do spider gears, they did ring pinion.
Yeah, they didn't change the spider gears, basically, is what we found out. These are original clutch packs, original spider gears, we're pretty sure. These are the ones just pulled out of tarheelfox.
All these lines, that's actually a chunk taken out of that spider gear. These things are extremely worn. You can hear that pick catching in all those lines. That should be perfectly smooth, so these are extremely worn out.
And also on the axles, we noticed there was a little bit of tightness in play.
So yeah, you got bit of slack there. This is the old spider.
Old spider gear.
Put one of the new ones on there. A little bit of play, but
it's definitely a lot tighter, guys. And I noticed that, tested it myself.
A lot less.
So that would make sense with the play that you were seeing there in the rear end, Matt, right?
Yeah, well, I could actually, once we took the diff and the spring off, I could actually see, as I rocked the ring and pinion, see the axle shaft move or not move and the spider gear wobble around it.
So that's our problem. So what we're doing next is we're not reusing these spider gears. These are all the old clutch packs and spider gears there, not reusing that. Taking the ones from my SSP and using them. Brand new spider gears. Never even put gear fluid on them, believe it or not. Well, I guess we did soak the clutch packs in gear fluid.
Yep,
but
friction modifier.
That's right. I remember the smell of that stuff. Man, that smell is not good. We got to put all this and then we'll test drive it. All right, well, I definitely had to use Matt's help there, but we did get the spider gears back in, and this thing is what I had trouble with, guys. The S-spring had trouble originally when I was rebuilding the rear end, but as you can see, if I can turn it here on the diff, that's the S-spring there in the middle. Had to knock that in. I finished it, Matt knocked it in. That was challenging. We are missing something. Oh, by the way, good news. I'll show you guys when the wheels are on now, but when we turn the diff, axles actually turn, so that play is gone. But I'm not gonna do the diff cover because you guys know, like, I'm keep wimping out about my back and stuff, so I'm gonna bring in my lovely assistant here today. Tiffany, welcome back to the channel.
Hey.
You've been hiding out here all day, so I'm making you do some work.
I have.
Yes, and what we got to do now is you offered to volunteer to help. Maybe we should lower the car because Matt did figure out how to raise it up so I could actually fit my head under here. First thing you got to do is you got to put, what is this? You went and bought it at the store.
I did, gasket maker.
RTV gasket maker. So she's going to do that on our diff cover, guys. Spread it out pretty good. And then put the cover on. So I guess go ahead and go to it. We'll go to time lapse for that.
This should be pretty easy. It's like icing a cake for me. Like I ice
Okay, so if you want to know how to ice cakes, guys, if you're watching at home, you want to impress your wife, you want to know how to ice a cake, just watch Tiffany right here.
I knew that.
But you heard Tiffany in the background. She's really excited. She did well. But yeah, she got the diff cover on, and if it ever leaks a single drop, we know who to blame. So
Wait, what? No, I'm helping.
yes, no, you did great. But the other thing, guys, is I have never put gear fluid into my rear end. All right, so what I'm doing next, guys, is I'm actually putting fluid up in there so that when Tiffany tries to do a burnout,
Hey!
it will not break. Got all this stuff in. This is what I was using in case you were curious. ADW90 gear oil. And yeah, I put too much in. Well, I mean, that's kind of what you got to do. You got to get it to the point where it's going to overflow. We also put in friction modifier. So that's all good. Matt's kind of wiping up the excess back there. But yeah, it came out pretty good. So just want to let you know that's how I used it. Now, I don't know how the car is going to do on the road or anything like that. One thing I did realize, those clutch packs were so loose and the spider gears were so messed up, I don't think positive traction was working. I haven't really had a posi gear in this. But now it seems really tight. We're about to show you guys before I drop it on the ground how the wheels will turn. Maybe have Matt turn it for me. So before we were turning, the wheels were not moving.
I mean, now it's like...
Oh, look, yeah, look at that. Instantly going, guys. So
it's like literally...
Before, well, you can see.
That's the play.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll the clip of how it was last time, because I can do that, because I'm a video editor.
And it is significantly worse.
Yeah, way more play. So that is much better. And how did it do on the road? Why don't you ask me at pits, because I'm gonna be there. And we'll find out. If you're not at pits, find out in an upcoming video sometime. And there you go. Yes, I'm sitting down because it's been a long day and I'm tired. But before we close the video out, like I said, I'm gonna be at pits. I did want to tell you guys about a special we're gonna do on my shirts. I'm gonna have my Gearhead 704 shirts, the ones you've seen before in black. I'm gonna have them normally for $25, but if you come up and Tiffany's gonna be there, she's gonna be helping out. If you tell her the code tarheelfox, you can get $5 off and get them for 20 bucks. So if you want a shirt, just say tarheelfox, we'll get them for 20. And yeah, just something for those of you that follow the channel. I really appreciate it. So we thought we'd do that. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see you all at pits if you're coming. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. And we'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704.
I could actually see the actual shaft staying stationary.
You can see the. I can see the sometimes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Hit the fan. I've never actually put any gear fluid in it.
Get ready to find out how much that sucks.
Oh no, the ominous
Well, maybe
voice,
you should do it then.
The ominous voice from off camera.
Yeah, that's God. So anyway, he is. You know what? We're done with this Dr. Foxbody. We're just gonna call him God. That's your name. You're Dr. Godbody. Dr. Godbody. You got Dr. Okay. Anyway. I just can't. That's awesome.